touched a button that I wasn't supposed to touch while trying to move the camera. So that led to me screwing up, which is why. Yeah, so sorry about that. That was not supposed to happen. Why is it not going landscape mode? Sorry, I'm just trying to check what the video looks like on my other screen. So that way I can see what you guys can see. See how it's going. This is actually from my photo studio. It broke. So that's something. That broke. But you know what? That's okay. Anyways, so we are back. We are back. We are still trying to make the sphere because like it takes time. So yeah. Takes a lot of time. I'm realizing you guys can see parts of the room that you're not supposed to. Oh, no, I don't know what you're seeing. Ah, yes, you're seeing that. Yeah, we're gonna kind of shift this so that way it's like this. Okay. Sorry, I wanted you guys to be able to see what's going on, and I have to sit during the whole thing, and my chair is up high because the table's up high, but my thing can't go up any higher. Well, I guess it could. I could technically put it somewhere else. I just don't know where I'd put it. Ooh. My back is starting to hurt. It's been a while since I've actually worked in the workshop because I've had the store closed and I wasn't making a lot of products prior. So the store is back open. You know what? That's fine. It's open. If people want products, they can buy products. There's not much, but we're going to be adding a bunch of Pyrus merch coming up. I still gotta do more. So it's still not a perfect sphere, but we're getting there. I think I might have to grab some tools to try and shape it a little bit more. Because smaller ones are easier to get rounded. This one is not that easy, and I need to be able to smooth it out. Because that's what we're struggling with. Like, there's a couple of bumps here and there. It's not perfect. Oh. Pulling a nerve that got pinched. Okay, I'm gonna check my supplies. See if I can find where I put the miniature molds. There's the gloves that I'm gonna need later. Might not need them today. It all depends on how long it takes to air dry stuff. If it takes a while to air dry, then we're probably not gonna get to actually using the silicone today. But if we can get to it prior to that, then maybe. Oh, it's not in there. Did I put it over here? Did I put it in one of these? Where did I put it? Where? The packaging and other things. Okay, where did they go? There's the scale, which I'm trying to keep stuff off of. The stickers and other things that I have ready to go. I have two of these? I have two of these apparently. I didn't even know I had two of them. Why do I have two of them? I have two. Like, I only bought one. Where did I get the second one from? I don't understand. I somehow got a second one and I don't know where I got it from. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I have two. That's useful. At least. Now, where's this clay? Where's my miniature clay? Ah, there it is. Where's other clay? Other clay things. So I have these clay molds that I play with sometimes. I have to clean them out. So I have flowers, and then I have wings and crosses. But then I bought miniature clay by accident. So I like playing with it every once in a while. But it does have tools inside it. At least it's supposed to have the tools inside it. Where are the tools? Where'd the tools go? Where'd the tools go? Man. There were tools with it. A whole bunch of other stuff that I get to play with in it. Man, how did I lose the tools? I'm frustrating myself. I just wanted my tools, my clay tools. These are oven bake, whereas this is air dry, so they dry different ways. These ones won't dry unless I bake them in the oven. Whereas the other ones will dry on their own. I just wanted my tools. Where did they go? I'm also not seeing the hot glue gun. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Found the hot glue gun. Did not find what I needed in terms of tools. Okay. Frustration. So we're gonna see if we can make it all work. Obviously I'm not on screen the entire time, but that's just because I'm looking at all my supplies behind me. I even have supplies over there. Actually that's just products that are ready to be made and packaged. Excuse me, as well as stock. Like it's primarily just stock, as well as supplies to make my potion jewelry. So that's what that primarily is. So it's primarily inventory and miscellaneous items that like I never completed, or pieces that I need to complete but I don't have enough to complete. So yeah, I don't know where my tools went. I had clay tools. They came with my miniature stuff, so I was like, okay, I have clay tools. I don't need to buy new clay tools. No, I need to buy new clay tools now because I don't know where my clay tools went. Okay, we'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out. So we are trying to make molds. I think we are at a point where we can probably work with this and start putting everything together. Yeah. Okay. We're going to leave this to dry because I think it's not a perfect sphere though. But I mean, it doesn't need to be because it's what is it called? It's a test. So this one's a test one. So we're going to leave it to dry. But we are going to start putting this together. So I'm going to need one of these for the bottom. I'm going to need these for the sides. That's 3. And 4. So what I'm going to do is, because they all have these things on them, I'm going to take these off. Boop. Boop. Okay, bottom piece. 1. So I think I'm going to do them bit by bit. We're going to pull out the... We're going to pull out this. My magic fly. My magic fly hot glue gun. Although, again, not sponsored. I don't have any sponsorships yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. So we're going to pull this out, get this ready to go. Get this ready. Ready. We're going to pull out this mat that I use for the hot glue gun, because this prevents the glue from getting everywhere else. So it's a little silicone mat that's specifically for my hot glue gun. Okay, you are going to sit over here, so that way we can put this. You can move over here. This will go here. And this will get plugged in and ready to go. Whoop, why are you falling? Hold. Okay. I really do want to start making dioramas and whatnot. So if you do want to support the stream, you can go to the Patreon, or you can tip me, or you can go to the Etsy store. There are several ways you can support my stream, and support me doing art if you like my art. And if you don't like my art, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to like my art. Nobody's making you like my art. I would just appreciate it if you did. Not that I'm really an artist. I'm not really an artist. Nowhere near being an actual artist. I definitely try to do my best. But like not as good as those really talented people. I'm very aware of that. You know what? I'm okay with it. Okay, let's see how this is going. Is it hot enough? No. Okay, I gotta wait for it to be hot enough. So I'm gonna open up all of these and start getting ready to put them where I need to. Actually, I could probably cut. No, they fit perfectly like this. If I cut them, yeah, no. So I'm just gonna put them like this and like this. It's gonna be a weird looking box, but you know what? I don't care. Probably gonna buy more acrylic like this. You're supposed to buy PVC, I believe. They're PVC plastic sheets, which is what I tried to buy. I think I ended up buying acrylic sheets. Yeah, acrylic sheets. DIY crafting material. Something else I have considered is doing like that layered resin painting thing. But that's something like I kind of want to try on my own. Okay, let's set it to 100. Instead of 60 watts, we're going to set it to 100 so that way it can go quicker. And then we'll bring it down to 60 afterwards. Because this hot glue gun has two settings. It's not just on and off. No, there's 60 watts and 100 watts, which determines how much electricity is going through, which will determine how hot it's going to be. Now, this is going to be a hot project working on, but it is what it is. I am a little concerned about the table because I don't have my plastic sheeting and I really don't want the plastic sheeting, but I do normally want something underneath it. And if I could get a self-healing cutting board that I can work on, I'd do that, but I don't have that yet. So I need to get one of those. What can I use to protect it? I'm not sure. But we're gonna try. Oop, it's ready. Okay, so we're gonna do one side first. Now, I believe if I remember correctly from watching the videos, you're supposed to put the glue on the outside. I believe. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. Actually, we're gonna use this as a booster, so that way, like, I can still make everything. So what I want to do. Whoop. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Keep it lined up, please. And stay put. Oh my god. This is so hard. I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. This is actually really hard to do because you gotta kind of keep everything in line and in place as you move. And the people who have steady hands to do this, I applaud you because I do not have the steady hands for this. Also, I think my arms are like really sore from using crutches the last couple of days. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I promise I can do this. But yeah, if you didn't know that hot glue guns could actually come with instructions on them, it is true. They can. Because I got this with instructions. So it came in that big case that you saw, and in that case came instructions. There we go. I think that's gonna hold as I finish doing it. I'll put tape on afterwards, because I know tape is necessary to help kind of keep it all together. Like, you hot glue it and then you use tape to keep it all together, so that way it makes sense. I'm gonna place this one here because I need it to go the same width. I think I'm gonna try and do this side first, and then we'll do this side. I realize you guys aren't getting a very good view of what I'm doing. I wish I could put the camera in a spot where you guys could get a better view of it, but I don't have anywhere to put it. Okay. Let's see if I could get this lined up. No. Okay, I could come off of this now. I don't need that anymore. What I need is this to line up. Okay, I think I got it lined up here. So let me know if you guys want me to continue. Ooh, my vision is not happy with me. Let me know if you guys want me to continue doing any crafting videos, or if you want me to keep those as exclusives for the Patreon. Because if we keep it exclusive to the Patreon, then that means that we can also do the video games here. I don't know if I want to do the video games. I want to do the video games, but I also don't want to do the video games. And that's part of the problem, is that, like, I want to do it, but I also don't want to do it. Okay, that needs to go on the outside now. But most of this is out here. You know what? It'll be on the outside. It won't be as big of a deal. Damn it. It's a little bit of a big deal, because then that means that something might go wrong with the silicone, and there might be a gap, and I can't have a gap. I wonder how people normally do this. Like, when they mess up, do they fix it? Because, like, a lot of people, they do the videos without showing the mistakes. Some people show the mistakes, some people don't. So, like, I've been learning online how to do this kind of stuff. So I'm curious. Come on. Okay, let's use the heat to try and glue this a little bit. There we go. Heat comes in handy. What I don't have is something to wipe it up with. But it does make it a little bit more movable, which means that we can clean it off, because it fell. Because you want the inside to be as clean as possible, and I screwed up. Okay. I do need this piece off. Okay, we're gonna try again. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try again. Okay. We are going to try again. Let's try again. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we got it. I think. No, we didn't get it fully. I think we got it this time. I think. Make sure that there's a little bit on the inside. Not a lot on the inside. Okay. So we gotta let that dry. And then we gotta do this side. No! Stay where you are. Stay. I just need to glue you in place. Please let me glue you in place. No, no gap. Stop it. Okay, got it. Got it. I think. At least got a little bit of it. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that. Oh, that's a massive gap. Oh, that's because I stopped holding it. Okay, I gotta wait for it to dry a little bit so that we can keep it still. Oop, my hand is touching glue, but it's not that hot, so it's starting to cool, but it's still sticky. So I want it to stay there. I want these pieces to stay where they are. Okay. We'll see how well we can get this to... I think we might be making progress. The only problem I think we're gonna have now is the bottom. Because I need this to be on an even surface, so I might have to stick something underneath it so that way it can be even. Okay. But I think we have it. I think we're making progress. At least I hope we are. It looks like we're making progress.
Wow.
I am streaming.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know where the camera is.
It's right there. You're in view. It's okay. I have to wait for this to dry before I continue on, and I mean, it's fair, but it's not perfect, and I can't find my tools, so I'm like, I need to buy new tools, but I'm testing because I have silicone.
Oh.
So I'm testing how to make stuff. Yeah, it's air dry. I also don't know how long it's going to take to air dry because it doesn't say on the box how long it takes to air dry.
I know, and it's going to be long because it's big.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Because it's big, it's going to take a while. So hopefully this dries quickly. It looks like it's drying pretty quickly. So we're going to shift to being like this. And make sure that nothing on the inside. Inside is good. Inside is good. Good. Yay. On to the next piece. Okay, let's see if we can get this to hold still. My primary concern is getting it into that corner. If I can get it into the corner and get it to hold in the corner. If I could get it to hold in all the spots, it would be great. But only one piece will have 3 sides to glue. So we are working on what we can do. I think we could start. Yeah, this is pretty dry now. So we can go ahead and start putting this all together. And then I'm going to put tape on the outside as well. So that way it helps hold and grabs any air bubbles that we might have. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to glue this side first. But to do that, I need to make sure it stays lined up. I need to actually make sure it's lined up on both sides first before I start gluing. So I might need tape to hold it together to start. Maybe that's what I've been failing at doing. Maybe you do use tape like to begin with, and then you put the glue after. I don't know. I remember I've seen it both ways. That's the thing. So if you've seen it both ways, that means like you could do it both ways. And like I know sometimes people put the tape on the outside to keep it safe and clean. Sorry, I want to make sure these are nice and clean. Because if these aren't clean, then the mold's going to have a whole bunch of stuff in it. And we don't want it to have a whole bunch of stuff in it. Okay, there's a lot of static. Okay, let's try and tape these in place a little bit. I think I'm going to tape them in place and then remove the tape as I glue. And then I'll put the tape on the outside. Because what I want to do is I want to line it up. I want to get it in place and have it hold in place until I am ready to glue it. And if there are any holes, the tape will cover up any potential holes. Okay, that should help there. Should help keep that lined up. Then I'm going to, because I'm working on the side first, I'm going to do this so that that holds that in place. And then I will have it set up like this. And I will start gluing. I think that's the quickest we did it. But my hand was not steady at all. Yeah, my hand was anything but steady. Which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just glue right there. And I'll glue this corner. And then I'll take off this piece of tape and put some more glue on. There we go. Now we wait. And then we'll do this last little bit, and then we'll get the last one. We're so close. Oh my god, I can taste it. It's gonna be wonderful. I am over exaggerating a little bit, but I do enjoy a nice, good craft. And I am enjoying this. I realize people are probably going to see this later, and not necessarily today. I realized I was supposed to do Sims today. I don't want to. I really wanted to start working on this because, like, it's important to start working on it. It's not like I'm working on a project that's not important. Like, this is something that needed to be done. Okay, we're going to set it like this so that way it can dry. We're making progress. We're making some good progress. This will require definitely being taped, or at least glued into one spot. So I think we'll use a little bit of tape to hold it in place. Yeah, a little bit of tape to hold it in place, and then we'll use like 3 pieces of tape and then we'll start gluing it. And then we'll wait for it to dry a little bit. And then once it's dry enough, like the rest of this is already, we'll go from there. Good, 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 good. Yes! I am so happy this is going well. This is the first thing going well. Like, the sphere still isn't a sphere, but it's a practice one, so we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to need to buy more acrylic sheets. Ooh, actually, this might just stay in place for me. Yeah. This may very well just stay in place. It also very well could just, like, not work. I think we'll glue this side. Actually, we'll glue the bottom and then we'll glue everything else. Because once the bottom is glued into place, everything else will fall in line. I don't want that gap. There's a gap. I don't like the gap. The gap is probably because of the glue. Yeah, I think the gap is because of the glue. Okay. I think we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and start doing this. Can I hold this steady, please? Kind of sucks that my hand is wobbling so much, but it is. I think it's just because of how sore it is. Oh, also I'm running out of glue apparently. I used a lot of glue in this project. But that's okay, I got more sticks. Okay. So now that the bottom is not lined up anymore. Line back up, please. Stay where you're supposed to be. Okay. I really hope this is going well. Okay. Just get this to stay where it is. Come on, work with me. Sorry I can't show you guys this a little bit more detailed as to what exactly I'm doing. Once I have the proper setup, I could do that. That's also another thing that the Patreon is for, is to get the equipment that we need to give you guys the best possible shows. But I really do think I'm finding my groove as a crafter streamer rather than a gaming streamer. I think. I talk a lot more during these ones than I do during my regular streams. Whereas Pyrus talks a lot more during his regular streams. Because, like, I like knowing what's going on in the game. So, like, I'll stop talking to pay attention to what's happening on screen. Unless, like, Pyrus is sitting right there with me and talking to me about everything. Or I'm reacting to things, and he loves seeing my reactions to certain games. And, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing my games. I actually really enjoy playing my games. I just don't know if I'm a good gaming streamer. And I feel like my groove is more with streaming my art and my crafts. And I love crafting. I've loved crafting since I was little. My mom got me into the arts. She was very heavily into the arts herself. Okay. That one's good to go, so then I just have this one to do. And then we'll cover them up with tape to ensure there's no bubbles, no holes where it could leak from. Come on, stay put, stay together. think I got that. Yeah, I got that all the way. Yay! I think we're done with the hot glue. So we're just gonna wait for these final sides to dry. Hopefully they'll stay put. Once they're dry, then we'll put tape over everything. And then we will figure out how we're gonna put the molds in. Obviously, like, this is still very wet. It's not dry at all. So it's gonna be a while before we can play with this one. Which is a test, obviously. So it might take a while. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But I did want to try and play around with the silicone and try and make molds. But in order to do that, I need a 3D thing that's already made and ready to be moldable. I was hoping to be able to work with it quickly, but it looks like the air dry clay is going to take a while. So this is almost dry, I think. I hope. There we go. Our box for the mold. Now, obviously, like, you could do all sorts of things with these. Like, look at that. That looks pretty creepy. And if you had more going down, it could create something else. My favorite thing that I actually kind of want to do is I want to get some smaller ones in width that are about this long. And pour a whole bunch of it down so that way it looks like ice. Because it kind of does look like ice. So if I could get more, actually, I have a plane here. So maybe what we could do is I have a couple of planes here. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and create like an icy look to create like a hallway for right now. It's just an idea that I have playing in my head for a potential game. But it looks like this box is ready to go. We're going to put tape on it shortly, but I really want to play with this. I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care. I really want to play with it. Okay, so we need something to go underneath it that help keep from destroying the, like, look at this. You can make so many neat things with hot glue. Like, that looks kind of like a teardrop. I don't know. I'm being silly. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And I'm going to turn it on. I'm also probably going to grab another stick. Another glue stick. Another. Because I'm not having it. I need to buy more. Actually, I think I did buy more. I think I have a lot. I just don't know where they are. Anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to play with this a little bit. And we're just going to go... Ooh. We're going to hold it in place with the hot glue. We'll wait for that to dry. I'll do it on this side too. Because I really do want to do more TTRPG kind of stuff and D&D stuff, and that's kind of what I wanted my store and my streams to focus on, is because I really like doing the TTRPG stuff. So I really want to do that, which is why we have our own Zero Mana thing. Okay, I think I'm going to put some hot glue back here. It's like kind of support. Here from the back. It'll be like this. We'll let it sit a little bit. Try and cool it down so that way we can then build up the sides, and then we'll do the front here. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing so far. I know I am. But this is more so for you guys. We'll put tape on this after. Who's gonna be on the play? Uh-oh. I'm also thinking that I might play with the polymorph clay instead of the air dry clay and create a bunch of like mini coins that I'd be using for my games. Because that's something else that I really like doing, is I like having props for my games. So I think what we're going to focus on is making some props for the upcoming games. Now the games are supposed to be in person, but we might be switching from in person to something else. I just don't know if we're going to do it online or if we're going to do it in person, because I really want to be able to do it in person, which is why I asked very specific people to be a part of the project, because I wanted to do it in person, but that would be, it's going to be late August, and my goal is to do it, like, our goal is to reach $500, or it's $300, I think I have it set to $300 or $500 for Extra Life. We're very determined to reach that goal. And, like, I still take donations, so if you want to donate, go ahead and donate. Now, it doesn't help the stream exactly, but it does help out a lot of really sick children. And it ensures that their doctors are getting what they need, that the kids are getting what they need, and they're getting the treatment. It doesn't matter what income they come from, but that they're getting what they need. I'm going to do that again. And again. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a lot more glue than what we have. Oh, and it's melting the acrylic. Okay, good to know. I poured too much at once. Well, you know what? That's fine, because it can create a very interesting look. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Yeah, I poured too much. I'll have to do it in little bits as I wait for it to dry. Because this didn't bend, but this one did. So that means that I poured too much too quickly. Lesson learned. Be careful. But I definitely want to do more of this kind of stuff where, like, I'm creating dungeons, or I'm creating landscapes, or it's something for you to be able to work with. And I want to be able to do more resin printing. So I am trying to learn about 3D, not only 3D printing, but also 3D modeling in programs, so that way the 3D printing could look good. Okay, we're gonna do it once, twice. We'll let that go down, and then we'll let it get fixed as we go, and then I'm gonna do it like this. Let that drip down a little bit. We'll see how far they go. I'll alter it as I see fit and what I need to do. I'm gonna add on more on the sides. I'm gonna add some in the bottom, making it go the other way. I want the top to drip a little bit. I want it to look like you're in an ice cavern with a couple of patches where you can see through. Like, there'll be spaces where you can see through, but for the most part it's ice. And then I'm probably gonna paint it white. White and blue. I have some paints, so we can work with the paints and we can see what's gonna happen. Actually, I'd have to borrow the paints. I have everything else. I don't actually own any paints. That's another thing that I'm working on. If you ever go to my Twitter, my pinned tweet is actually a Lincoln tree where it gives you it gives you what I made, I guess. Like, oh, well, it gives you a list of all my links. So it has links to my social media, to my Twitch, to my TikTok, to my Twitter, to my Etsy store, to the Zero. Like, I'm gonna put the Zero Mana stuff in there soon, and then, well, when we're ready to launch that, and then I'm gonna put in a couple of other things. There's going to be some other things that I'm going to be adding in. So probably going to add in also my Patreon is on there, and like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's on there. There's a whole bunch of links that give you access. The Extra Life is on there, Discord is on there, and it's so that way you can interact as best as you like interact however you want. You can tip, you can do what you please. Because yeah, I mean, the more money that we get from the stream, the better. The more subs is even better. Because if you sub, which I know it's a lot monthly, like it adds up monthly, but if you sub, then that means that Twitch will pay me. And if Twitch could pay me, that'd be great. I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're not quite there, but we're almost there. To our first payout. We're not quite there yet. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to make, but see. I'm going to try and figure out how to do a lot of these crafts, how to make dungeon tiles and all of that, and make dioramas and all sorts of other things, so that way we can really make some interesting stuff. I really want to get into this. It's not only a hobby for me, but I want to be able to share the different techniques that you could use with you guys and things that I find that work for me and things that don't work for me. So I really want to share this stuff with you guys, and I really want to work on it. And so if we decide that we want to keep Twitch to gaming and keep the Patreon to the art stuff, then that's what we'll do. If not, we're going to do a combination. Like, I still want to... I'm not going to bail on you guys in terms of the video games. I do have a YouTube channel where a lot of my streams go. Sometimes I forget to put streams up there. But if you're wanting to see certain series and you're wanting me to continue the games, but like also want to see me doing crafting stuff here, then what we could potentially do is we could potentially turn the Twitch into the games, and then I could be recording me playing games and publishing them to YouTube, so that way you can still see all of the YouTube stuff that I'm doing, like all of the video games that I've been playing. If not, we will keep playing video games on this Twitch channel. I may just dedicate a day or two to just crafting, because I enjoy crafting a lot. Now, sometimes I mix Twitch streaming in with my business stuff, like making orders and all that, but I also like to just do this. I really enjoy doing this. And if you guys like the TTRPG stuff, then we'll do more TTRPG stuff. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Definitely do more TTRPG. I should probably cut back some of this stuff that is hanging down on the bottom, but I think we'll be okay. I think. I'm not sure. I hope they'll be okay with it. Okay, so this is starting to look actually really good, but we got to add more to it. Now, I am a little worried because this side started crumbling. I am a little worried about that. So I might need different PVC to do this. I bought PVC acrylic, so I might need to go to the hardware store and get something, but we'll see. If I could find a crafting store nearby, I'd do that, but for now I get everything off online. But I'm hoping to do more of this. I actually really enjoy doing this. I want to buy some wood scenic stuff for the dioramas, and I want to collect more items for other things. I do have my custom stuff for my store that I've been doing. We do have more stickers coming out and more Pyrus stuff coming out. We're actually getting a lot done right now. And once we're done, like once all the artwork's done, then I'm going to put money towards other stuff. Maybe I'll finally get that Resin 3D printer. I'd really like it, but it's expensive. And expensive is not cheap. So it's a little concerning how expensive it is, but I will make it work. Blue all over the bottom. Okay. That's my sister-in-law making her morning smoothie. Gotta make sure it's nice and sealed. It looks like this is now nice and sealed, which is great. We still gotta figure out how to do that, but I want to do more of this. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit like this. Have it cool down. And do a little bit more like this. Have that cool down. And then we're gonna go ahead and sort of fill this in a little bit. Now, I got this technique off YouTube from another game, like another crafter who specializes in this kind of stuff. I actually watched him do a lot of things, and I don't remember who exactly it was, but I do remember seeing the video and wanting to try it because I was trying to come up with more things that I could do that my gamers for my tables would be interested in. And I thought, hey, this is a really cool idea. Maybe they'd like this. So I've been trying to get into doing more of this kind of stuff. It's not exactly easy. I don't think it'll ever be easy. But it also requires a lot of time and dedication to it. Like, you gotta be willing to put the work in for it. Oh, fudge! No! Hot crap! Crappity crap crap crap. I was doing so well. And then I tried moving it. Fudge buckets. Yeah. At least I can get the glue off the table. It looks like it's a lot easier to remove than resin is. I'm a little annoyed about what happened. Ugh, crud. At least this time it's not falling into the wetness of the glue. But I think it kind of adds to it. Some of it adds to it. Doesn't add to it completely, but kind of adds to it. That may be because I added some more hot glue to the bottom. Okay, we'll see what happens when I add a bit more here. So I'm definitely going to need a stronger PVC. The acrylic is not enough for this. I'm a little worried about it for the silicone because the silicone can also get quite hot. But like we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, now I am going to be placing this back up this way so that way it could go down like that. Hopefully it works out, but it looks like it's starting to tilt a certain way. I don't want it doing that. I want it to stay straight. So yeah, I think the glue might be too hot. I'm gonna switch it to 6. Add some glue to the front so that way it can hold. Yeah, it looks like it's bending. So acrylic sheet and 100-watt hot glue, not a good combo. 60 might be a bit better. I wasn't expecting it to warp as much as it did, but I think that's because it's melting. Like the sheet itself is melting like it did up here in the corner. That can definitely add character, but it's not what I'm wanting right now. What I'm wanting is I'm wanting it to remain straight. So I have put a little bit more glue in the front to try and ease it into what I'm wanting it to do. And unfortunately our icicles no longer look like icicles. Well, I mean they kind of look like icicles, but there's a lot A lot of stray strands drawn about. So we'll have to clean it up later. Basically, I plan to craft. And then maybe we'll go over and switch to the stream for Sims. But I think we're just going to craft today. Because I really do need to do the mold. But this is going to take a while to go. It is very cold because it's cold down here and it's supposed to be at room temperature. So we'll see how it goes. It is just a test, so we're prepared for when it dries, and when it dries I'll stream again. So long as I am available. Because I do now have a job to help support the stream and all my crafting stuff and my businesses, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Let's see how this is faring. It's a little wonky because it was holding straight and now it's not. So I really should have done this a little bit at a time. Lesson learned. Maybe after it finishes drying we can try and make a little bit more out of it, but we'll see what it looks like at the end, and then maybe I'll go through and try and make it into something else. But most likely what will end up happening is I will go to a hardware store and from there work on finding PVC that's good for this kind of crafting. But we'll see. Hopefully something that won't melt. So our box is ready for our silicone. Our example of clay is ready to go. I can't exactly play around with the silicone yet because I gotta wait. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put this in here. But like, cause like it needs to be in here, but it needs to be like up like this. Or even just slightly off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do underneath, so that way it can stay circle. Some people hang their stuff, but I think this is too heavy for hanging. So we're going to try something. I'm going to do some research and see what I can do. I've seen several different ways you can do it. Some people do with screws, some people do other things. But I need to somehow get it to suspend a little bit. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Looks like that's dry, so we're gonna try adding some droops down here, some droops here, and we're gonna add a couple of droops here. Now, what I'm wanting to try and do is I want to try and get the same effect that I have up here, down here, but I don't know how well that's going to work. If this droop goes all the way down, that's fine. And maybe I could do some droops back here. I want a nice big pillar back here. I think that's enough for now. I'll let it go. See how it looks once it's dried. And then we'll see if we'll paint it today. I'm not sure if we're going to paint it. We're probably also going to work with the small clay. I think we will make the coins that I'm wanting to make. If not, I'll figure out another way to do this. Because I think I can also create this with styrofoam. It's very possible. It's just the supplies is expensive, so it's going to be a while before I can afford it. Unless, of course, you guys want to join the Patreon or you subscribe to the channel or tip the channel. Don't forget to, if you're able to, go ahead and donate to Extra Life because it is a really good cause. I did do my 24-hour event already. For those of you who missed it, it was in February. We didn't actually end up earning anything, which is a little sad because it was very much me gaming for 24 hours to earn money for Extra Life, which is all about young children. I got raided at some point and I was very, very happy about the raid because it was the middle of the night and I was really tired. So it was really cool seeing them, and I talked about Extra Life, and then I think I scared them off because then I went back to my game. But I mean, like, it's a really good cause, like, and I mean a really good cause because it's helping children get the health care that they need. So it's within the Children of Miracle Network, and I really enjoy that charity, and I try to do what I can with it. And I try to earn what I can for it, and this is my 3rd year doing it by myself. Normally I do it with Pyrus. And he's the one who actually introduced me to it, which was really cool. I actually quite enjoyed learning about it. I quite enjoyed playing with him. It was a lot of fun. Ooh, I think this is actually starting to create the look that I'm wanting. I think this will finally create the look that I want. I hope. And it's starting to really take shape. Like, let's see if we can. How well you guys can really see it. Like, it kind of looks like it's a whole bunch of ice. Works for me. Ow! I accidentally touched the hot glue. That was dumb of me. I hope it looks okay. I mean, the whole reason why I bought the hot glue gun was to do some hot glue gun D&D stuff. And then it morphed into other things. Which is fine. I mean, that's how things work. That's how crafting works. Things morph. And it's okay that they morph. And that they become other things. Because it's important. I don't want that to go down. So it looks like there's really thick ice on the top and the bottom and on the sides, and then towards the middle it's kind of thinner. I am creating like this pillar in the middle so that way it looks like the structure is stayed in a little bit more. Also, I think it'll help create support. But we'll see. Looks like the 60 is also not causing as many issues with the acrylic, which is good. We'll clean it up afterwards. Okay, I think we're done with the hot glue gun for now. We're gonna let this dry because we got quite a few things ready to go for the next time. So we have our box, we have our practice sphere, we have this ready to go to be painted next time. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to work with the polymorph clay and we're going to create some coins. Yeah, I think we're going to create some coins. Because the goal is to eventually have a whole bunch of props for my games. Especially for August. Alrighty. Let's see if I can find the color that I'm wanting. M045. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. That's M030. I'm looking for 45. It's gray, cerulean blue, crimson red, it's the purple, or pinks. Come on. I'll put this back in after. Gold! I found it. Okay. I have the gold that I want. Is there a silver in here? There is not a silver. Dang. Okay. That's fine. I can work with the grays. I'll work with the dark gray. Maybe the light gray. Light gray might be better. I definitely need a copper light color though. I don't have a copper light color. I might have to work on some of these coins later. So I think we'll work on the gold coins first. Then we'll work on everything else. Gold was like at the very bottom where I've never touched before. So I'm like, ooh, I wasn't going to find that anytime soon. That's a black. What's this? This is the light gray. Go back in. I want that one. This one can go there. This one can go here. These can go in here. This can go here. This can go here. They all go in here. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I'm probably just going to make a bunch of small little coins. I'm not sure how big I want the coins, but this is actually really small, so I'm going to make a bunch of small coins for the idea of them sitting in a landscape diorama. So that they'll just be scattered about, or they'll be sitting in there. I think I want to make those. This might be too. No, you know what? I want to make some bigger coins, so that way, like, we can actually have something to interact with. So I think what I'll do is we'll make a mold. We'll try and make them, and then I'll make a mold of it, so that way I can just print a whole bunch of them. So I was talking about this earlier about how I use hot glue for all sorts of different things. So like this is fire. Hot glue gun fire. Doesn't look the greatest. I mean, it's a rough paint job, but I mean, I had fun with it. And like it's a couple of layers of just flat things to make it look like fire. And then I painted them. And I painted what was underneath, so that way, like, I could be like, hey, look, this is your fire. It's not the greatest, but it was a start. And from there, I will keep going. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some clay, some air dry clay. I'm not going to use the polymorph clay like I thought I was going to use. I'm going to use this. I think we're going to make like 2 or 3 of them. We'll make a couple of molds from that. I also want to make some checker pieces, because I have a chessboard and I have chess pieces, but I don't have checker pieces. And I've considered buying checker pieces from somebody else, like for their molds, or so that way I could just make what I want. But I might make my own custom one, with my own little symbol in them. But in order to do my own little symbol, I need to get a stamp. And in order to do that, I need to get artwork done. So it's a long process to do a lot of these things. Unless, of course, I do them myself. Okay, so I'm actually going to divide these in half. Divide these down. Because they don't actually need to be that big. Okay. So we're going to make them into this. Make them into a ball. As close to a ball as I can. And then we're going to squish them. Squish them down, get them as rounded as we can. They don't have to be perfect because they're coins. And coins, while they look perfect now, they didn't start off perfect because people used to just hand make them, right? Also, this is a fantasy world, so I don't particularly care. However, I do have this little container that I can use. Woo! So we'll see how this works, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll figure out how to put these into there with silicone, because they'll probably dry quicker than the other ones. And if they do, like, than the big one, and if they do, then that means that I can definitely start playing around with the silicone a lot earlier than I was expecting. Okay. So, I'm going to take this. And I'm going to go like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these edges. And you know what? I'm actually going to take off these edges. If I had my tools, it would be so much smoother, but I do not have my tools. So I do want this thickness, but I want this to come off. Oh crap, might not be able to get it off. Okay. Let's flatten this out, because we have our circle now, sort of. Yeah, I really want my tools right now. I don't know where they went. Because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to use my tools to create other, like, to create designs in them. Ooh, toothpicks. Toothpicks could work. Instead of just using the tools, the clay tools, I could use a toothpick. And that could work. I just gotta go get the toothpicks. And I need to smooth these out, so I need to make them as much like a coin as possible. But it is a fantasy world, so it could be my kind of coin. Whatever kind of coin I want. And then after we make molds of these, we can use resin to create our coins. So they'll be a lot lighter weight than with clay. So then I can make a bunch of them. Also, if we have some molds, then that means that we can make a lot more, and the clay can be reused for something else afterwards. Like, I don't have to throw it away. I can just make it wet and make it work again later. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like that. Okay, I'm going to go grab a toothpick, so I'll be right back. Hi, what you doing? What you doing, Pupper? Are you going somewhere you're not supposed to be? I think you are. Okay, come here. Come here. Hi. 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 You guys can't see him, but I can. Here, I'll show you guys. Copper. Copper. Hey. Yeah? Hi. Hi. Say hi to the internet. He's being stubborn. But I mean, he is a stubborn boy. He peed in the house behind my sister-in-law yesterday, so people are not happy with him. Understandably so. But he was punished. Got what he needed. My camera's being a little funky. There we go. Hi. No more peeing in the house, okay? Okay? I love you, but no more peeing in the house. Alrighty. So, I'm just taking the coin that I have created. I'm going to use this. Use this toothpick to make a little bit of a divot. Go along in here to create the look that I'm wanting. So I'm actually wanting to put a moon design in these coins. Probably use water to smooth it out. But I'm using this lid to kind of create a outline for me to work with. So that way we can get it to work. Okay. Oh, I want a moon design very clearly in here, because what I'm going to do is that when I go to make this, I will either color in or pour resin in where these lines are to create that moon. What I want to make sure is that I have that design in there. And that I'm not removing too much. So we got that. Just pushing this out because I realized that it is not even all the way around. What else are we gonna do in here? We're gonna add some lines. Not exactly 100% certain what I'm doing, but I know I'm creating points. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a bunch of dots instead. So luckily that's easy enough to fix. Okay.
Oui. On y allait après mon rendez-vous, là.
Okay. I think we're gonna start this over. I want there definitely to be a design on here. I definitely want a design. I just don't know how I'm gonna get the design that I'm wanting. I might have to do a bigger, more fuller crescent moon and go from there. You know what? We're gonna use the top this time. Looks like it might be starting to dry. So I may need to get a little bit of water. Yeah, I may need to get a cup and add some water. And okay, I'm gonna go grab that so that way we can keep working. I don't need a lot of water, I just need enough to keep working. So I have this brush so I can keep going at it. Make the clay a little bit more malleable. I don't even need a lot of water. I added a bit too much this time, but ooh, but I can create a texture with it. Okay. This may create the coin that I'm wanting. And I'll clean the table after, because they'll need to be cleaned. Okay. Now it's not even. See? It's not even, which is a little annoying, but we can even it out. Well, we did have a circle. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. With the less and less. So we're finding out just how much clay we actually need for each piece. To get the thickness that I'm wanting and to get the look that I'm wanting. Okay. We're pretty much there. Crap. It's sticking. Need them to have a bit of thickness to them, but not a lot. Actually, maybe I should just go back to what I was doing originally. Maybe what I was originally doing worked. I don't know. And I'm wanting coins, but like I don't want the coins to be like too uniform. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just try squishing everything down. We'll squish everything. Try and make it the same evenness, which is what I think I was trying to do. Was I was trying to create something where I could create a even look. Which is why I go down in the middle. Anyways, we'll keep going. I don't know how I'm going to do the molds for these ones. Do I want to leave them open faced? Do I want to do a cap mold? Or do I want to do it where it's dangling? Might be better if it's dangling. But I think a cap mold might be the best thing for coins. Cap mold seems smart. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a cap mold. So that way I can do a design on both sides. That means I need a container to be able to put that in. I don't know how I'm doing that yet. No! Of course I did. Of course I did. I am that person. Do I have any Scott towel nearby? Oh, we had Scott towel. I think all the Scott towel got used, so I'm probably gonna have to buy some, but I need to clean up this water. And I don't have just a towel down here that I can use. I mean, there's a couple of towels, but not many. I should have more Scott towels. I also have like a ton of laundry and chores to do today. And I got some other things to do. So we'll see how it goes. I do need to remember to eat myself, because I'm very terrible at feeding myself. Okay, we're not going to use this one anymore. This one's just going to go off to the side. I'm going to use all of these though. And we're going to create a design on them. Just don't know how exactly I'm going to get the design that I'm wanting or that's in my head. Because I'm not very good at drawing or anything like that. So I have a look in my head, but I don't know how to actually get it out. Like, I know I definitely want to do a moon. See if I can actually create these props that I'm wanting to make. And can I create them all? That's the other question. Let's see. I realize I've gone quiet. I'm trying to even it out a little bit and then create the designs that are in my head. I really don't want to be quiet while I'm doing these. I don't like it. I feel like I'm being unnaturally quiet, and that doesn't make for a good view. I tend to do it when I'm trying to concentrate. I think maybe I should pull it up a little further. Like that. Bakugo. So, I went to go see Doctor Strange recently. I hope you guys have gone to go see it. It actually seems really good. My husband is furious with what they did with Scarlet Witch. I saw it coming, to be honest. He felt like after WandaVision that she was headed in a good path. I felt like it could go either way. Because she does have a lot of drama. What I'm curious about is what they're going to do with all these new Avengers that they've been introducing through the series. All these new heroes, because we got a new Hawkeye, we got a new Black Widow, although she was introduced through the movies, but then made into Black Widow in a TV series. I'm also curious to see where they're going to go with Peter's story and what they're going to do with everybody else as well. It's interesting to watch, to say the least. And I think that can make everything very appealing and intriguing. But I know not everyone is gonna feel the same way about it necessarily. But I mean, I found the movie pretty good. It's directed by the same person who did the original Spider-Mans, which was intriguing because I'm like, it definitely had that feel in the editing process. It felt like it was a mixture of the first 3 Spider-Man movies and the Thor Ragnarok, which my husband disagrees with me, and that's okay. It's his opinion, but I do not like Thor Ragnarok. I was not a fan of it, and like I get that they're going for a more lighthearted comedy story with it, but like I just not intrigued in it at all. I'm not even intrigued in the upcoming film, but I'm gonna watch it anyways because it's Marvel. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to come up with topics to talk about while I'm attempting to do some sort of design on here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm hoping it ends up looking nice. Like, so far, we have a rough idea, I guess, what it's going to be. I've cut it down even further, so far this is what it looks like. And these will represent my gold pieces. Actually, no, they'll represent my silver. They'll represent silver. I don't know what I'm going to do for representing gold. But we'll figure it out. Still a tree on this one. It doesn't really look like a tree, but it's a tree. It's a very shitty, poor tree, but it's a very rough tree. It's a very, very rough tree. No, let's redo this. Let's move this out a bit. And then I can break it down a little bit. There we go. It's getting closer to a circle. quite a circle, but it's getting there. There we go. Alright, let's smooth it out a little bit. This one is anything but smooth. Okay, so let's try and get a tree on here. If you can draw squiggly lines, you can make a tree. You gotta make sure that as you're taking away the clay that's coming off of it, that what is left is still the design, even if it is only lightly there. Because you don't want to lose the design. And like, I'm not going super deep, so as you can see, it's kind of a tree. So we gotta be careful. So I'm trying to make sure that some of what I've put in remains. Take out the little chunks. If I can take out the chunks, I can keep going. So people think making a tree is hard, but if you can make squiggly lines and you can make a Y, you can make a tree. Because see, I made one and I am not good at this. I can guarantee that. I feel like there should be something in this bottom corner, so I think I'm gonna do a circle. And then I will do 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna smooth this out. I'm gonna keep this moon, but what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna keep doing that circle. That circle idea that I have with dots in it. Okay, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got some coins going. This one will be smaller, so I think I'm gonna do some stars. Let's smooth that out. We'll do 1 giant star. There we go. Clean out the line. Bring this line down. We'll do a line going through like this. I want to pull out what's in here. There we go. And I'm going to do this line going across like this. Let's clean out the lines. Clean everything up. I'll show it to you guys after. I know you can't see what I'm doing. But I am making a star. I'm cleaning up the lines as I go so that everything can remain touching. So that the lines have their homes. That they're not going to spill out. And that the design will remain intact. Because what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to put resin in these lines to create a border or a look. And the only way I could do that is if these lines remain how they are. So that's why I go through the effort of cleaning my lines out so that there is something clean in it. So see? So we now have that. We have 3 coins done. We got 4 more to go. I don't think I'm going to do them. I think we're going to end soon because we've been live for a while now. And there's still a lot to do. But I gotta eat, I gotta do my laundry, and I gotta eventually migrate to doing other stuff. But that doesn't mean that I'm not still trying to do all of this. Now I do have to wait for those to dry. I don't know what it's gonna look like once it all air dries, but we'll see. Okay. Alrighty. So those coins are now gonna air dry. Hopefully they'll come out nice and flat, and then we can make them into a mold, and then we can make multiple molds of the same thing. And once multiple molds of the same thing are made, then that means that we can make multiples of the same thing at the same time. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that. So for anybody who's curious, this is how this ended up being. Now we do got to do quite a bit of cleanup on this because we got a bunch of like stray strands that are not helping. I do want to paint it a little bit. Maybe we will paint it right now. No, I think I'll save this for tomorrow. We'll paint this tomorrow. And hopefully the molds are ready to go for the clay is ready to go for tomorrow. So that way we can start working on that. Because I was hoping to make molds today, I just didn't realize that my air drying clay would take so long. So I'm just, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. So yeah, this is what it ended up looking like. It looks pretty good. I need to do some more work in here or back here to like kind of make it more solidified. Not like I just poured some glue on it. We will come up with a better way of doing this. I will try and get a hold of all the materials that I talked to you about today. But we are ready to go for tomorrow. This is ready to go. I do need to do some research on how to do this. But that's probably going to take all week to dry. So we'll see what it's like at the end of the week. We'll see what it's like tomorrow. If it's dry, then we'll work with it. If not, then I don't know what's going to happen. I might have to bring them upstairs to sit, but upstairs can get quite warm. But down here is really cold, so it's hard to say what's gonna happen. But we're gonna do what we can. I think this is gonna be the end of today's stream. I think. I mean, I don't have much else to do until we're ready to go. Other than maybe I could add more hot glue to this to kind of like flesh out that bottom half and make it more icy-like. I think we've done everything that we can for now. I can't exactly work with the resin yet, and I want to work with the silicone, but I'm not ready to work with the silicone yet because my pieces aren't ready. So we're gonna see how it goes. I will do some research into how to get them off the ground. We'll see how it works. We'll see what we can do. I might be able to somehow make it work. Yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, if the clay isn't ready, then we will definitely jump into Sims. If the clay is ready, I think the coin pieces will be ready. But if it is ready, then we'll jump into the other stuff. So it's a toss-up for if it's going to be the 100 baby challenge on Sims tomorrow, or if it's going to be this. That being said, I do work now, so I already don't stream on the weekends anymore, but it will be changing some of my weekly streams. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you for showing up today. For those of you who did, if you do want to support the channel, go to the Manaburst store over on Etsy. There is a link down below the video. If you're on your mobile, you have to go to the About section of my Twitch page. There, if you can, sub, follow. Once we hit 10 subs, I had planned on doing a special stream for hitting 10 subs. But it's going to take a little while. If you're able to donate to Extra Life, please donate to Extra Life using the link that I have in the About section or in the panels that are just below my video if you're on your computer. If you're also on your computer, you can find all my other buttons just below your video. If you're on your mobile, you have to go to the About section, but all those different buttons lead to different places. So they lead to the different stores. So the Redbubble store, the Etsy store, it also leads to the Discord channel, the Patreon, and a couple of other things. Actually, let me take a look to see. Here, look. I'm on my phone. You gotta go swipe down. You jump over to About. And I'm gonna swipe out of that. But see, you can see there's the tips button, Patreon, Discord, Etsy store, Redbubble store, YouTube, TikTok. So you can have access to all of those there. Twitters are in the above section of it. And I will be doing more. There will be more stores being popped up. There will be more panels being put down as more things come in and we get more going. We will have a new launch of products either mid this summer or by fall, because during the summer we're getting our work done, and then during the fall, and then after we get the artwork done, we're going to go through the process of getting the products made or putting them on print on demand. But I still want to see what the products look like, so we're going to have to buy some of the products so that way we can see them ourselves. I will try and do a run to the hardware store to see if I could get some proper equipment for making dioramas, or for at least making more of these. I do want to try making tiles, a dungeon tile. I do want to try making some more props. We will be working on the coins, seeing how they go. We'll see how the spheres go, because we do have that custom order that we have to get done. That order was placed back in like September, and I looked into getting like just buying the molds and making it from there, but the molds were more expensive than getting the supplies. So I'm going to try and do that. Also, as a question to you guys, and it's up to you guys whether or not we do this, but would you guys like to see me cook or bake? Because if you do, I do have a couple of recipes that I want to show. Also, Pyrus's birthday is next week, so if we can get him to the 300 followers or to his 25 subs, I think he's currently at 5. I think he's at 5 or 10. If you can get him to that for next week, that would be amazing. And then he could do his Q&A that he wanted to do, which you guys could all then go and join. So, if you're able, please go and check out Pyrus. If not, that's okay. I hope you guys had a fun time. I know I enjoyed working with all these materials. I'm looking forward to continuing and actually finally making it to the silicone. I'm sorry we didn't actually get around to making any molds, but we did make some pretty cool things. Hopefully once everything dries, we'll be able to make the molds that we're wanting to make. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!